What was draft resistance during the Vietnam War? Have you ever wondered how young Americans reacted to being drafted into a war they didn't support? Draft resistance during the Vietnam War was a powerful movement that showcased this opposition. It involved many young men refusing to comply with the military draft, which was the government's way of conscripting soldiers for the Vietnam War. This resistance was a key part of the larger anti-war movement and had a significant impact on society and politics. At its heart, draft resistance included various actions taken by individuals and groups who believed that being forced into military service was unjust. Many young men chose not to register for the draft, while others burned or surrendered their draft cards as a form of protest. Some simply did not show up when called for induction. Others filed for conscientious objector status, claiming moral or religious reasons for their opposition to war. Many draftees sought deferments or exemptions through legal or medical claims. Some even went absent without leave or deserted after being inducted. A notable number fled to countries like Canada to avoid serving in Vietnam. This resistance was not just about avoiding military service. It was a form of civil disobedience aimed at challenging government policies and questioning the legitimacy of the Vietnam War. Organized groups played a crucial role in this resistance. Groups like the Resistance, Students for a Democratic Society, and the War Resisters League mobilized support for draft resistors. They coordinated public protests, organized draft card turn-ins, and provided legal assistance. Many of these groups encouraged men to face imprisonment rather than comply with the draft. The draft itself changed during the war. In 1969, a lottery system was introduced to make conscription more random and fair. Despite this, resistance grew stronger, especially in the early 1970s. By 1972, the number of conscientious objectors surpassed the number of actual draftees. Induction centers faced legal backlogs due to the widespread refusals. The sheer scale of draft resistance overwhelmed the selective service system, making it difficult for the government to prosecute all offenders. This resistance ultimately contributed to the end of conscription in 1973. The societal and political impacts of draft resistance were profound. It made the war personal for many Americans, as young men and their families faced the realities of conscription. This movement sparked public debates about the morality of the war and the government's authority. It fueled broader anti-war activism on college campuses and within the military itself. The draft resistance movement pressured political leaders to reconsider the draft and the United States' involvement in Vietnam. In 1977, President Jimmy Carter granted amnesty to many draft resistors who had fled abroad, acknowledging the widespread opposition to the war. Draft resistance during the Vietnam War was a significant and organized refusal to participate in conscription. It was deeply intertwined with the anti-war movement, combining legal challenges, symbolic protests, and civil disobedience. This resistance significantly influenced public opinion and government policy regarding the war and the draft.